Hey, how's it going, everybody? Millennials lead the way. I'm actually here with a new series, and this one will be for Energia. So I found this company about 3 months ago, and so far I'm really liking it. Right, it's completely different than my other investments, and I'm actually making a bit of an impact while doing it, while making money. So I think that's kind of cool. So we'll just jump into this company, kind of show you guys around it, and go from there. Let's go to dashboard. All right. Like I said, I've been with this company. I think I started in like January with this company, and I've been with them for a while now, right? Um, so so far, right, I've been switching the majority of my efforts towards Energia, as in I was putting the majority of my money in the fund rise, but I think I'm just gonna put only $1,000 in the fund rise and probably put 2 grand into Energia every single month. So I'm able to do this because I'm debt free. I have my emergency fund. I continue to increase my income, and I maintain a high savings rate. Right. This allows me to invest in Energia at this level, which is yeah reasonable. Right. Um, One thing I will say, right, is the liquidity in Energia is more severe than probably what Fundrise was when I first started with them. As in, don't plan on getting this money back for at least 3 years, right? So that's something to really keep in mind. Um, the minimum investment to get into this is about $100, and I want to say the maximum is what 10% of your net worth or something. It's the same as like a lot of other investments, right? That have these, that are make these type of offerings. So difference is right. This is investing in solar energy, and not only are they investing in the U.S., right? They're investing in Africa and Brazil, right? And you can kind of either scroll around with the mouse, or you can go to the country and see where the projects are actually located at. One thing I will say, man, is every time I log into this account, there have been some major upgrades with the actual software. So, and kind of impressed with it. I don't remember this globe being here at one point. So they're definitely improving, right? They're improving the website, but you can kind of see the impact that you personally make, depending on how much money you have in the account, and they just kind of give you some, stats for perspective, and then they give you like a lifetime, right? If you know, or to maybe never put money in there again. So I think that's kind of cool. Go up here to the portfolio breakdown. Me personally, you know, I used a setting in here where they kind of do it for you. You just put a certain amount in, and then they distribute it, evenly among the three portfolios. You can kind of see how much dividends you've been paid, which, by the way, this actually pays out monthly. So, you can either have it reinvested, or they can go into your wallet, which you can then reinvest it or send it to your bank account. But you can go into here and get more info about each project. And then, if you want to get deeper into the details, you can actually, they give you like a, you know, basically what happened during that month and where they're at in certain projects, whether dividends paid out, if they paid out more or they paid out less. They kind of give you like a, you know, an update on that in these. So I thought that was kind of cool. Then they give you the amount of dividends you've received so far. Uh, so it's pretty cool, man. One thing I will say, right? You know, if you do decide to join, the first place you should probably visit, right, is this frequently asked questions page. There's a lot of y'all out here that refuse to read. All right, you're gonna save yourself a lot of time if you just simply read, and it'll help you'll go a long way. Um, when you do get into the company, right, this tab will be open to you. I don't think it's accessible to you outside of for anybody. I think you have to be an investor to get access to this. But this also has a lot of important information that you need to review, right? It'll answer a lot of questions that you may have. Got annual report, projects that you can look at. Definitely read these memos, right? It goes over how your returns work. Definitely read these operating agreements and these circulars, right? So I can't really stress that enough that you have to read in 2023. But there's going to be some of y'all that won't. The annual report is good info. CEO talks on both of these. You know, there's something I really like about these companies, right? These companies that are popping up and, they're really close to the investors, right? There's not a lot of middlemen and, you know, they're just really, really close with the investors. So, to be honest, man, this is how I see myself investing going forward. I'll probably never get back into the stock market, right? Shit, I learned back in 2021, man, that it's just a huge casino, man. If it ain't a casino, then it's just a giant scam. There's so many things wrong with the stock market that I'm like learning. It's just like, bro, nah, I'm good, man. I'm good on all that. So I'd rather stick with these private companies, stick close to the, CEOs of the companies, and if our interests stop aligning, then just go separate ways. But this is kind of how I'm investing going forward. Private, only, mainly private companies. So there's two ways to invest. You can invest from the dashboard, or you can just come here. And again, you can invest in singular ones, or you can just, it's what I did is the core. And I didn't really touch any of this. I just invested the money I had. You can adjust it how you see fit. And then you can actually go down here and you can look at the different projects and look at the different stats and stuff. So these guys flood you with information, man. It's nice and controlled. Um, it's a clean page, man. It's a clean website. Again, right? The liquidity, bro. If you're the one that's gonna cut corners in life, right? And you think chump change is gonna get you somewhere, and you happen to need liquidity to chump change, this probably ain't the pace for you. Um, but if you got some discipline, if you're out here putting in work, you got some money to spare, something to consider. Right? Do what you're gonna do, but this is something that I'm gonna start focusing the majority of my efforts towards. I'll still put like 1,000 in the Fundrise, but 2 grand is gonna start going into Energia, and I'll start making a quarterly updates of this. So that's about all I got, man. Until then, man, millennials lead the way.